All right, let's continue our probability with Venn diagrams and the general addition rule. What we've done so far up to this point is done probability with events that were disjoint. So they had no outcomes in common. And then we also had independent events where if you did one thing, it did not affect the probability of the other. So we're now about to this week going to see events that are not disjoint. See, we've got some overlap. We've got some things that are doing both. And so that affects the way that we compute things when we combine. And then we'll also, in the next lesson, talk about events that are not independent and how we handle that whenever we're multiplying things together when we do not have independent events. All right, so first, I've got some fake data here. Can you taco tongue? I cannot. You know that thing where you like make your tongue roll like a taco? Nope. Can you evil eye? Yes, I can evil eye. I can raise one eyebrow. I think I can do both. Okay, but I generally like to raise the right one, which is backwards for you. But anyway, so here are the results of students who can. So we had 15 who can evil eye and taco tongue. And so then there were 7 who could do neither of those. Now let's see, where would I be? I cannot taco tongue. So I'm one of the 3 people here who cannot taco tongue, but I do have an evil eyebrow. Okay, so here we go. There's some data. Now, what I want you to notice is that, I like to show you multiple ways of doing things because people see things in different ways and make sense to them in different ways in their brains. So you've got the option of how to organize your data. I personally like Venn diagram. It makes sense to me. But this is another way, and actually probably more common way of computing things. So when you have this, so these are equivalent information. Notice that what I have here in this inside will give me these 4 numbers that are in my Venn diagram. Okay, what a Venn diagram doesn't give you is these totals that you would have to come up with. All right, so then let's see if you can't answer some of those uh, basic questions down here below. Yes, taco tongue. So that's our 20 out of 30 and so on. So I'm going to let you kind of take a look at that. And I think then that you can do those. They were all out of 30. They were just asking out of the total. They were not conditional probability. So what they were was dealing with um, if you had these mutually exclusive events like all the people who could evil eyebrow and the people who could not evil eyebrow, those are actually disjoint, mutually exclusive, because you either can or you cannot. So see that 18 plus 12, that totaled up to 100% of our data. So you can do this or you can do that, and you can't do both, evil out eyebrow or not. But look here, if I mixed them, where I said, yes, you can taco tongue, and yes, you can evil eyebrow. Well, those 2 circles overlap. Those are joint. So they are not mutually exclusive from each other. There is overlapping. So if I had asked you to do this, yes, you can taco tongue or evil eyebrow, if I just added together the 20 out of 30 plus the 18 out of 30, then watch what happens. So if I just, and I'm going to do this with my highlighter, if I just added together this 20 plus this 18, then what just happened here in the middle? In the middle, these 15 got double counted. So that's the thing that brings us to this general addition rule, where we could add the totals. That's fine. We could just say, okay, all the taco people, all the yes taco tongue, and all the yes evil eyebrow, but take away the part that got double counted. Now let's take a look at how that looks on the table. Here is your yes taco tongue. Okay, so there's your yes taco tongue. And then we want to do the yes, evil eyebrow. See, that's that right there. See, and then right there is the 15 that got double counted. All right. That is what then leads us to that general addition formula. And that's on your formula chart. And so we'll address that, show you that here in a minute. But we do also want to be familiar with some special notation doing the union. Actually, let me just, that kind of seemed a little bit disjoint to not go to show you that general addition rule right there. So here was that general addition rule, which we'll kind of redevelop in a minute. So if we went, oh, I know why, because these have symbols in them. And so that's why I had wanted to go ahead and introduce you to these symbols. Okay. So we have this U, that's a union. That means that's the or. So probability of A or B or both. That's one thing that people just do not get is that when it says A or B, it's not just this and only, it's not only taco tongue and only evil eyebrow, it's or both. This or that or both. Okay? So then that would be all of this area here that is shaded, A or B or both A and B. All right? Now, the intersection, that's this one here, that's the and. Now here's how I remember that. Of course, this U is union, but and I can remember that one easily because I like to make a little A out of that symbol. So that's my A and that's my intersection. So that's that intersection, the overlap. A and B have to be happening at the same time. Okay? So then that's what's occurring here. We're doing to get the total of A or B, it's all the A plus all the B, but take away the part, the A and the B, that got double counted. All right, so let's go to another situation here. This one, you've been given the data here. There are 50 students in the class, 18 take chorus, 26 take band, and 2 take both chorus and band. Now, I want to show you what's happening. There's a particular thing that you need to understand is going on whenever we start to put our information into our Venn diagram. But let's take a look at doing those. Let's see. So we know 26 are taking band, 2 are taking both. So then that puts 24 right there. Okay. So then here we know that, oh, then that tells us the, okay, so let's do the chorus. So 18 are taking chorus, 2 were the both. So you should be able to, you can kind of fill in the blanks of the rest. Now, if you like to do this with Venn diagram, what you have to do is start in the middle with the most restrictive. So 2 of them are taking both. So if 2 of them are taking both, then that's important because if 2 of them are taking both, then whenever I talk about the 18 that are taking chorus, that's this entire circle, then that means this chorus only. See, that's this. 16 is this chorus only. And this was the 2 that was taking both. All right, so now let's talk about the band. 26 take band. That means that this entire band circle is 26. So 2 is already counted for. So then you have the 24 that are taking just band and no choir. And so then that leaves, see this left over here? This is the ones neither band nor chorus is that little 8 right there. Okay. So let's see if we can't answer our questions here. I think we start doing that. So suppose that we randomly choose somebody from the class. What are these probabilities? Let's try it out. Okay, you try that. Stop and try that out, and then I'll reveal the answers to you. Here we go. So yes, chorus was 18 out of 15. Yes, band was the 26 out of 50. And I didn't put the percents. Okay, and I didn't reduce it either. Okay, now look at what this one's saying. Yes, chorus, or that's union, or yes, band. Ooh, so that means this or that or both. Okay, so that's saying essentially all of this here, okay, all of those, this or that or both. Okay, it's also this. Okay, and so you can add those together, and I believe you get 42. But, and we'll address that general addition formula, I think, in a minute. So, yeah, all but the taking neither. Okay. No chorus and no band. No chorus and no band. That's that little section there, right? No chorus and no band. There's that. And then we've got our, what's the last one down here? Yes, chorus and no band. So that's going to be that, was that 16 there? Okay, so finishing that up, then let's take a look at what's going on down here. We want to examine the problem above, but we want to do it with the general addition formula. So take a look here. So yes, chorus, or yes, band. That's what I want to examine. Yes, chorus, or yes, band. That's this one that I did here. Okay, so remember I said I had come up here and I had said, okay, that's this or that or both. Okay, so I had all of that section in there. And then I could just add those together. So that's how I had kind of thought of it. But that general addition formula, what you could do is you could come in and you could say, oh, 18 plus 26, that's this. 18 plus 26. Well, look at what happens. 18 or 18 plus 26 does what to that 2 in the middle? Just like this, 18 plus the 26 just double counted that middle. So that's why we can add the 18 plus the 26, but take away the 2 in the middle that get double counted. And that's how we end up with the 42. So again, that general addition rule is this. To get the A or the B, you can add all the A's plus all the B's, but take away the part that gets double counted. All right. There's that one. Okay. So now we have 3 tools of how to do these kinds of problems that are joint events. So we've got Venn diagrams, if you like those, or you could just make the two-way tables, or you could use a general addition rule formula. Now that is really just playing with A or B, so you're a little bit more limited if you're asked questions more than just that. All right, so now you're going to move on to the next problem, and you're going to practice this on your own. So I'm going to give you something totally separate and let you, so go ahead and pause the video and take time to go down here to this ones and see what you can come up with on that. And then we'll check and see how you do. All right, let's see how you did that. I did both a Venn diagram and a two-way table just to show you how that could be done, or to do it both ways. So here's how I did that, and here's how I got my answers. So you can just check what you have and see if you agree. All right, I'll give you just a moment for checking. Okay, so what's your favorite tool? Do you like a Venn diagram or do you like a two-way table? All right, now this is fun. I like these. This kind of reminds me of, have you ever played those table ones where they give you different clues and you have to figure out who all had what particular thing? Venn diagrams that give us these totals kind of do that. Well, here is a situation where we have 3 items. So here we have 26 patrons going to the vet. 14 have dogs, 10 cats, and 5 have fish. So I've gone ahead and laid out the circles for you so that you have them in the same place so that it'll be easy to check whenever we get to doing that. Now, you need to start in the middle. In the middle is where there would be all 3 pieces of data. So you need to look and see. You're looking for how many have all 3 kinds. That's where you must start. And it tells me no one has all 3 kinds. So that made it easy. Then you go to the next restrictive area, 2 the people that have 2 items. So 4 of them have a cat and a dog. So I need to come down here, and that means, okay, so what that means, because this is going to help you whenever you get started doing the next one, this whole entire football-shaped area is 4. And since this middle was 0, then all that 4 is right there. So had somebody been in the middle with all 3 kinds of pets, say there was 1 in the middle, that would have made this for just a 3, so that it would total up to 4. Okay. And so then the next 3 have a dog and a fish. So 3 having a dog and a fish is that section there. And 1 has a cat and a fish, and so that is this section here. And then the catch is you've really got to kind of then take your subtraction, because we know 14 have dogs. Well, see, look, that's this whole circle, but there's already 4 plus 0 plus 3. There's already 7 in there. So 14 total minus the 7 that's already in the circle is how I get that 7 right there. Okay, and then you can check the rest. Now, the question then is, how many have none of these pets? Well, 5 have none of these kinds of pets. Maybe they have something else. A lizard, a boa constrictor, I don't know. Okay, so let's let you stop and see what you can do to figure out this one. All right, go ahead and pause and try and figure that one out. All right, let's see how you did. So, you have to start with the most restrictive area, and here's where this is. 5 say that they want to take both French and Latin, and 3 want to take Spanish as well. That's important. That's the all 3. So look carefully at what happens. 5 want to take French and Latin. So that means that this thing right here is 5. Not that little outside part. 3 want to take Spanish as well. So that's 3, but this whole total football area is 5. Okay? So if you didn't catch that, you need to go back and recalculate everything. Do it now. Okay. So once you got that, then remember most restrictive. Now I'm going to go to the other ones that do. Oh, well, look. 5 want only Latin, so that's how I can put that 5 there. 8 want only Spanish, so there's how I got that there. Okay, so what you then notice at this point is that in my Latin circle, I have identified everything. Okay, I identified everything except for this one little piece. And so I can tell that there's currently 10 people in the Latin circle when I know 11 want to take Latin. So that's the reason that came out to a 1 right there. All right, now I'm going to go talking about the next one. Okay, so now let's see what else. Okay, so here's what I notice. In my Spanish circle, right here, I have got all of these areas accounted for. I've got the 8, the 1, and the 3. So I have got 12 people in that Spanish circle, and the only one that's missing is this one here that I have blank. And so if 16 want to take Spanish, then that must mean that is 4 to finish that out. And so then I'll do my last part. So the total French is how much? 16 students. When I can see that there are currently 8, 9, 10, 11 in there. Oopsie, did I do that wrong? Okay, hold on. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, 9 are in there. I can add. So 9 are currently in the French circle. And so 9 plus this 7 is how you get that 16. So 7 students take French only. All right. Now you're going to go on. I think that's the end of what we are doing. And so now you'll go on to your assignment. And you have that choice of Venn diagram or two-way table or the general addition rule. Okay, so you can do whichever method you prefer in solving those problems.